Have you ever felt like you're a little different from everyone else? Well, you might be onto something. Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of INFJs, a personality type so rare that it's like finding a unicorn in a haystack. Only a mere 2% of the global population belongs to this exclusive club. But what's the deal with INFJs, you ask? They're not your average folks. They're the enigmatic counselors and advocates who navigate life with an uncanny blend of intuition, emotion, and judgment. Think you've got them all figured out? Think again. This personality type is often misunderstood, shrouded in mystery, and filled with surprises. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets of INFJs and discover if you're one of them? Strap in because we're about to embark on a journey into the intriguing minds of the world's rarest personality type. Number 1. Feeling different. INFJs often feel like they don't quite fit in because they see the world in a unique way. They're really good at picking up on patterns in people's behavior without even realizing it. These patterns usually have to do with how people think and act, and that's because of their strong intuition. It's like having a hidden talent for understanding things without knowing how you do it. Some people might call it a kind of sixth sense. But here's the thing, explaining this ability to others can be tough, and that can make INFJs feel lonely or like nobody gets them. Number 2. Chasing perfection and procrastinating. People with this personality type often worry a lot about not doing things perfectly. They want everything to be just right, and that can make them put things off or procrastinate. They're so afraid of messing up that they sometimes delay doing stuff. But here's the twist. INFJs can actually do things pretty well without stressing so much. The problem is, criticism hits them hard. It's like they have a spotlight on any negative feedback, which can make them forget all the praise they get. But as they grow older, they learn to ease up on themselves. They start letting themselves make mistakes and build up their self-confidence to achieve their life goals. Number 3. Loving beauty and quality. INFJs really appreciate things that look good and are well-made. They like to be surrounded by stuff that's elegant and top-notch. They're especially drawn to high-quality stuff like great food, stylish clothes, and things that are made with a lot of skill. It's kind of interesting because they have a taste for fancy things, even though it might not seem like it fits with their spiritual side. Beauty is like their source of inspiration and calmness. But here's the cool part. INFJs are actually minimalists. They'd rather have a few really nice things than a bunch of okay ones. Number 4. Radiating warmth and charm. Most of us don't usually spill our deepest secrets to strangers, right? But INFJs are so charming that people often feel super comfortable around them. They give off this vibe that makes others relax and feel peaceful when they're nearby. Almost everyone enjoys hanging out with them because they're trustworthy, charming, and fantastic listeners. They talk in a way that anyone can understand, and they meet people where they are. Number 5. Super good at understanding others. INFJs are like emotional mind readers. They can quickly figure out how someone feels and why they're acting a certain way. But the funny thing is, they can be a bit tricky to understand themselves. So, it can be challenging when they're trying to connect with someone who doesn't get them as well as they get the other person. INFJs aren't just great at reading emotions though. They use their intuition to dive deep into someone's thoughts. They're really curious about how other people's minds work and what makes them special. They can often tell when someone's not being honest with them, or even when that person is fooling themselves. Number 6. Feeling what others feel. INFJs are like emotional sponges. When someone around them is happy, they tend to feel happy too. If someone's stressed or anxious, they might start feeling the same way. It's like they absorb other people's emotions on top of their own, which can be a lot to handle. But here's the cool part. This helps them understand others better and offer comfort. They can reassure people that things will be alright. Number 7. Building deep connections. Most INFJs might seem shy or reserved when they're around people they don't know well. People might even see them as mysterious or private. But here's the truth. They're actually quite social and want to connect with others deeply. It just takes them a little time to open up and show their real selves. They crave real and trusting relationships. Because they're so good at understanding and talking with others, they create strong emotional bonds with those they trust. Number 8. True introverts. Even though INFJs can socialize easily, they're introverts at heart. They know how to fit into social situations, but they also feel perfectly fine with a small group of close friends. Just like many introverts, big social gatherings or crowds can overwhelm and exhaust them. They're good at handling these situations, but they also need their alone time to unwind and recharge. Number 9. Conflict sensitivity. INFJs really don't like conflicts. They want to keep things peaceful in their relationships with the people close to them. When conflicts comes up, it stresses them out a lot. It can even show up in physical ways like muscle aches, headaches, or stomach pains. But here's the thing, it doesn't mean they avoid conflicts altogether. Over time, they learn to set healthy boundaries and stand up for themselves while still understanding others. Number 10. Focusing on the future. INFJs are all about working hard to reach their goals. If they're in a relationship that's not going anywhere or stuck in a job they dislike, they won't hesitate to end the relationship or quit the job. They're also pretty tough on themselves about past mistakes, and they tend to remember the bad stuff. To avoid feeling down about it, they prefer to focus on what's coming up next in the future. Number 11. Helping those in need. INFJs are really good at seeing the good in people. Sometimes, they have this idea that they can rescue others, almost like a superhero with a broken wing theory. They often find themselves drawn to people who need help because they're so compassionate and caring. It can be fulfilling for them, but they also need to be careful not to overdo it and feel stressed or frustrated. Number 12. Deep thinkers. INFJs like to think really deeply about life, meaning, and why things happen the way they do. They enjoy stuff like music, reading, and deep topics like philosophy and spirituality because they love learning new things and getting a better grasp of the world. But here's the thing, they're not into chit-chat or gossip. This deep thinking is a great quality, but it can make it tricky for them to enjoy simple things like watching a movie or having a casual chat with friends. They tend to overthink everyday stuff. Number 13. Language lovers. Because INFJs are more introverted, they often spend their alone time on hobbies. They're super insightful and creative, and they're really good with words. But here's the twist, they prefer writing over talking because it lets them express their creative thoughts without barriers. They don't chat a lot unless they have to because conversations about strong opinions can get tricky. Writing, on the other hand, feels calming and freeing to them. They are often fantastic writers because they can use symbolism and intrigue to make their writing stand out. Number 14. Working alone or in small groups. INFJs are great at getting along with others, but they often do their best work when they're on their own or with a small group of people they trust and think alike. Even though they're emotional and sensitive, they can also be analytical and scientific. They usually enjoy jobs related to science, research, or technology. Number 15. Doing what's right. Because of their caring nature, INFJs often feel like they need to protect others. They might stand up to bullies for someone else or focus on helping people going through tough times. Even if their job doesn't involve helping others, they're likely to donate money or volunteer for a charity. INFJs worry about being a bad person, so they're driven to do what they believe is right. Understanding INFJs can be a bit tricky because they have a mix of qualities, some of which might seem contradictory. Like every personality type, they have their strengths and weaknesses. If you're wondering if you're an INFJ, the best way to find out is to take a test made by experts. If you relate to most of these signs, chances are you're an INFJ, the world's rarest personality type. Let us know which traits you connect with. Are you an INFJ? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making more. To watch similar videos, click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get updates when we post new content. Thanks for watching!